Good day, and welcome to the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas. Happy summer solstice to everyone. I hope you've been able to get out and enjoy the weather. Here in Houston, of course, our summer forecast is always the same, hot and muggy until November. The official start to summer was Saturday the 21st at 5:51 a.m. here in Houston for the summer solstice. The solstice is the midpoint between spring and fall, and the sun appears to sit at the same rising and setting points on the horizon for 4 days, and hence solstice means sun setting still. Mars is very active this week on Tuesday and Wednesday, June 24th and 25th, with the planets, Sun, Mercury, and Venus all making their way into Cancer. We should expect a revisiting of some of the energies of the cosmic cross that we experienced in April. Thank you to all the people that are following me. It's always good to know that you're listening. It makes me feel really good. If you would like to contact me, you can always reach me at lilyroddyshow@aol.com or on our site, lilyroddyshow.com. Let's get started with our weekly forecast. Sunday, June 22nd, the moon transits good-hearted Taurus all day. The moon sextiles Neptune at 11:57 a.m. We feel at ease with ourselves and the world around us this morning. This aspect will make us feel much more introspective. Later in the evening, the moon trines Pluto at 9:16 p.m. It's a great evening for long-term financial planning, sounds like fun, or focusing on things that make your emotional life feel more stable. Overall, you will feel more comfortable and relaxed this evening. Monday, June 23rd. The moon resides in focus Taurus for the entire day. However, she will be void of course in the late evening hours. In the morning, the moon opposes Saturn at 5:59 a.m. If you're awake, you're working on getting your priorities in order for the day. This aspect can make us feel harshly judged by ourselves and by the people around us. Turn that critic into the mentor. Venus, planet of love and money, enters the sign of versatile Gemini at 7:34 a.m. She will transit Gemini for about the next 25 days. We will need a lot more entertainment and diversity in our lives with Venus transiting through Gemini. In the evening, the moon sextiles Jupiter at 8:49 p.m. The energy of this aspect makes for a nice evening for any type of activity, business or personal. We'll be looking for things that add to our creature comforts. The moon is now void of course in Taurus from 8:49 p.m. until Tuesday morning at 6:06 a.m. when the moon enters multifaceted Gemini. It would be a good time to just relax and enjoy your evening. Tuesday, June 24th. The moon starts the day void of course in Taurus, but about the time most of us start our day, she enters the Aries sign of Gemini at 6:06 a.m. The moon conjuncts lovely Venus at 8:26 a.m. This is a great aspect to be talking with friends, lovers, and even clients. We all feel a lot more receptive with this aspect. This energy can cause us to be a lot more chatty simply because Venus is in Gemini. In the evening, the moon squares Neptune at 8:29 p.m. Definitely, this is a time in the evening where you'll want to withdraw from the drama that surrounds your daily life. Whenever Neptune is involved, it's always good to take time to look internally to examine how we are the creator in our own existence. Wednesday, June 25th, the moon moves through mentally active Gemini all day. Early in the morning, Mars opposes Uranus at 3:25 a.m. Since the energy of this aspect has been building over the last couple of days, this accounts for our edginess, lack of sleep, and impatience. This is a time frame when we'll want to strike out at those who would try to limit us in any way. This aspect is part of the diminishing energies of the cardinal cosmic cross that we experienced last April. Personally, this energy could manifest itself as simply as not allowing us to sleep very well, or to making us overreact to events in our life. However, it's also a very innovative time, and we are thinking and acting outside of our normal safe spaces. In the early afternoon, the moon sextiles Uranus. We're looking for some freedom and things to do to keep us entertained this early afternoon. It's an excellent time to contact clients or give presentations of your own innovative ideas and creations. The moon trines Mars at 1:32 p.m., just a little bit after the moon sextiles Uranus. According to the previous aspect, this just adds energy and more courage to whatever task we are dealing with. This aspect can be helpful because it can also offer a way to ground your innovative thoughts or ideas. This will also add more energy to your day and to keep your enthusiasm very strong. Excuse me. Thursday, June 26th, the moon travels through Gemini, the sign of the information collector, for about 2/3 of the day. However, she will turn void of course for a large portion of the normal workday hours. The moon conjuncts Mercury 6:56 a.m. We're a little bit scattered this morning and don't seem to be able to get all of our ducks in a row. Give yourself some extra time this morning. Now the moon does go void of course after 6:56 a.m. until 4:06 p.m. same day when the moon enters the homey sign of Cancer. For us, this means that the majority of the daytime hours, the moon will be void of course. Keep your schedule flexible and plan important events after 4:06 p.m. The moon eventually enters emotionally cautious Cancer at 4:06 p.m. The moon does not make any aspects for the rest of the day, but she is not void of course. Keep your plan simple and things will work out. Friday, June 27th, the moon spends the entire day in nurturing Cancer. The moon conjuncts the sun at 3:08 a.m. This is the new moon in Cancer. With the beginning of this new moon cycle, we're urged to pay more attention to our inner lives and what really qualifies as real emotional security. And with Mercury being retrograde, this can add to the very nostalgic time with this new moon in Cancer. The moon trines Neptune at 6:53 a.m. We're easing into our day. Life will be taken at a much more relaxed pace this morning. The moon opposes Pluto at 4:39 p.m. Although our feelings are right there on our sleeves, you should be a bit cautious about who you share your inner secrets with. If you don't feel that someone is trustworthy, then you should follow that emotional cue. But this is always a good time for getting down to brass tacks if you have to. Saturday, June 28th. The moon occupies the sign of Cancer all day. Cancer desires connections to the family, but is often disappointed in their own families. She will be void of course for about the last 4 hours of the day. Very early in the morning, the moon squares Uranus at 12:16 a.m. This aspect will tend to keep our brains very active and may keep us from getting to sleep very early in the morning. Our inner sense of self is really running the show. The moon trines Saturn at 1:48 a.m., another very early morning aspect. If you're awake, this is an ideal time to be working on any kind of task or project with little concern about distractions or blocks. The moon squares Mars at 2:19 a.m. These early morning aspects, which are connected to the cardinal cosmic cross that we experienced in mid-May, of course, are being reactivated this morning. If you can't sleep, it's just best to get up and get your day started. Finally, in the evening, the moon conjuncts Jupiter at 8:03 p.m. We do feel a bit revitalized this evening, but we still don't want to push ourselves. It's a perfect evening for creature comforts, a drive to the beach, or attending a lecture on family genealogy. The moon is now void of course in Cancer from 8:03 p.m. until Sunday morning at 3:43 a.m. when the moon enters loving Leo. Well, that covers our next week. Thank you for joining me, and I always hope to see you back here next week. Please remember to subscribe so you always get my notice of my show when it comes out. And as always, this is the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas, reminding you to keep those stars in your eyes. Bye-bye.